Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm out here in the garden and just came out for a little bit, and I was going to get some things in the ground, and I just wanted to show you. Here is, I don't remember the kind of blueberry, but here's one of the blueberry bushes, and they're flowering. I don't think there's actually any blueberries on there just yet, but
It's the O'Neill. Yeah, here's.
okay, so O'Neill, this is the O'Neill blueberry bush. Nice, right? And then we haven't been out here in quite some time, so please ignore the mess. I know I have to weed and all that, but hey, it's the beginning of the season, right? So this is where we're at. We just harvested some asparagus, and it's longer than what it needs to be, and that's okay. So hopefully we'll get a lot more of that in the next few weeks. This is where my my rhubarb was. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't look like. We'll see if it comes up in another. No, we would see it if it was, so it's not here. And then this is another blueberry, and look, farthing maybe, I don't know. And I have hubby out here with me, helping me out with the names because I don't know. And then this is the pink lemonade blueberry. So you can see the little flowers. And what's good about the pink lemonade is the blueberries, that they don't turn blue. So like with the other blueberries, we have the problem where the birds, we have to cover them with a netting, because the birds will, when they turn blue, the birds know, and so they go and eat all my blueberries before I can get to them. But with this, for whatever reason, they're like just pink, and you would think it would attract them, you know, like strawberries, but it doesn't attract them, or it hasn't yet. So we get to actually enjoy these. I mean, we do the others because we cover them, but these do okay. So, but yeah, I'm so excited. And then this is raspberry, and then that's just what that looks like. I'm not even sure if I'm probably supposed to prune it. I don't know. We planted this last year. We didn't get any raspberries. But this is what it looks like now. So if you know that I'm supposed to do anything with this, I might be too late already. But let me know. All right, so that's that. This is what my grapevine looks like. It's gone wild, and I know that I'm supposed to prune this somehow, but I just don't know how. I mean, you see this? This fence is 20 feet, I think, and you see this? It's every bit of it, and it's going down there. It's just, you see it? It's all the way over there, and it still hasn't ended. It still comes right here. So I think I'm gonna go watch a few videos and see where I'm supposed to prune it. I've watched the videos, it just hasn't stuck. And I hope it's not too late so that I can get it done. But this is just, I think, two different kinds of grapes. One along this fence right here, and one along the back fence over there. We had storms last night, and tornado warnings and watches and flood watches, and just a lot of rain. I don't know if you can see that. See the water level? Yeah, it's a lot of water, right?
He's not supposed to be.
Right here, guys, if you look, you can just set that right there and we'll come back for it. That looks like marigold right there, my Mexican marigold. So yeah, I'm supposed to be putting seeds on here, fertilizing my soil and putting seeds in. And here I got distracted, and I wanted to share this with you because I haven't been on here in a while. So I still have the labels from last year. Like, I have not done anything. So right here, I'm not sure if this is, it looks like bachelor's buttons to me. It's not borage, right? Because the borage looks differently. But I think this is bachelor's button from last year. Because I'm pretty sure this is what it normally looks like. And then, you know, it'll grow a little bit taller, and then it'll just flower out. And it really just takes up a lot of room. Like, I really don't need it in the garden, in my beds, actually. They just need to be off in some grow bags off by themselves, because this is just going to continue to take, and it just reseeds. And I mean, they're beautiful flowers, but anyway. And then right here is my Mexican marigold right there, and I think that back there is either Mexican marigold, or because it looks different from that one, that might actually be
this one.
Yeah. I know that this is the Mexican marigold. I'm not sure what that is back there. Anyway, so that's something else coming in. And then, you know, total disaster cleanup that I have not done. I'm sharing it with y'all because, you know, gardening is tough. Gardening can be hard sometimes, and I was just really over it, and I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And so this is what it looks like, you know, and then I have to come and deal with it now. I actually considered not gardening this year just because I'm just like overwhelmed with it, you know. So like all this should not be here. Like I should have removed this, but I didn't. And so I have to do it now. If I plan on gardening this year, I have to do it now. Then all this right here is just all weeds that we have to go ahead and pull out. This, yeah, this dead stuff right here is where we had the chia planted in last year. It takes up a lot of room, and we really didn't get a lot of chia seeds. Or we had chia seeds here. And what was the other one that we had?
Whatever these were.
Sesame seeds. And I just don't know. I don't think that I'll be growing these again.
Plus, I mean, you see the big stalk that it was.
Yeah, look at this
woody stalk.
Look at the stalk. Yeah, that one's not even that big, right? Because look at that one, and then show them this one. Look at that one. So it just takes up, this whole bed was the a few herbs, and then the sesame seeds and the chia seeds, and yeah. So it's a mess. It's a mess. All this right here, these are weeds. That's purple nettle right there, and it's really good for like coughs and colds and asthma and stuff like that. So we will come out here and we will harvest this, and we will dry it and use it in teas and such. And then here is the little bit of green. Look, my fig tree. Let's see. Look at that. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And now, I've said it last year, and I'm going to say it again. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to prune this somehow, but I pruned last year. I don't know if I did it right. I just cut off some, and we got a few figs, but we didn't get like a lot of figs. So I feel like I'm doing something wrong with them. They're really good figs though. And when they start coming out with the, I don't know if I should cover these, or I don't know. And that was my grow bag for something last year. But you can see, I just had it here because we didn't do anything with it, you know. But you see all the dead nettle that's growing in there. This right here is my, I think this is spearmint right here. So it's done good. It's maintained itself all through the year. There is some parsley. More parsley. So these are the beds right now that I'm fixing to fix up, and just get some seeds in the ground real quick, because I haven't gotten any seeds in the ground at all. So there's all the dead nettle that's growing in there. I just went ahead and dug out a little bit of right there. I think that's chickweed, which is also, you know, a good weed. Some more dead nettle, and then my rosemary. It's got a little cold burn, freeze burns, but it looks to be doing okay. More dead nettle. And we'll go ahead and get rid of all these weeds, like the dead nettle and stuff like that, but it's going to continue to grow, and then it's just have to come out here and just keep dealing with them. And then here's my oregano. It's already coming in. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to just kind of like show you like all this. This is what we're fixing to work in, and then I'll probably just show you a picture when I got the seeds in there. Okay, so we got metal beds to replace these beds because these were ones that we just we made with some wood at the ends, and then I don't even know what this is, but metal, and we had these in the very far back initially, and then we moved them up here, but you can see where the wood is rotting, so we had bought the metal beds like I have in the garden now, and we were going to go ahead and over like November and December we were going to go ahead and remove these and go ahead and replace them with the new ones that we got. But like I said, I really have not felt like working in the garden, and it was just going to be like a big project, and I didn't want to mess with it. And so here we are. So I'm hoping that these will go ahead and get us through, as you can see on that far end as well. I'm hoping that these will go ahead and get us through at least this year, and then maybe we can go ahead and do them next year. But anyway, so what I did was this bed, I haven't done that one. You see, I still have to do that one. But with this one, I went ahead and took the weeds out, and you can see there's still some little greenery over there from the weeds, but that's fine. And then the leaves, I just kind of worked them in because they're going to break down and they'll turn into soil and compost, and that'll be good for them. But I was going to broadcast, I'm going to broadcast my carrot seeds and stuff like that, but for my radishes, so that I don't have to come out here and thin them out, I like to go ahead and just make the holes. You know, I do it with the square foot gardening, and so I went ahead and did those holes. And so like these 3 squares are, I'm sorry, I'm moving you all over the place, I apologize, but those 3 squares right there, these 2, and then that one, have the Easter basket radishes from Save Seeds. And now on these right here, I'm gonna go ahead, these are seeds that I got from the dollar store, and I'm not sure how good they are, and so I'm gonna go ahead and plant, what's that, French basket, early scarlet glow. And let's see, I have another French basket, and then there's this container variety, which I'm going to put in this bed as well. I have more, but I think that's probably going to fill up, and I don't want to like waste my time because, like I said, I don't know how well these will work. I've not used them before, so they may not, it may be a waste of time. And then so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I've got the 3 squares done. I'm going to continue doing my squares down that way, and I'm hoping at the end of the bed to just go ahead and broadcast some of the carrot seeds. And yeah, we'll see you back in a little bit. All right, so this is just how I square garden, and these radishes are small radishes, so I can do like a number of them, and I just go in, I put my square in, I push it down, and then with this I make the holes, which looks kind of looks like that. And you know, each seed has like whatever depth they're supposed to be at. Though it's really windy out here. And so then I have the holes like that, and then I'll just come in and I'll just drop a few seeds in there, and then I'll come back and I'll cover the holes. And that's just how simple it is for the radishes. And depending on what radish you have, it depends on like how many you can plant. Like if you do square foot gardening, you know, or how deep they have to go in. These are small ones, so they don't take up, you know, very much room at all. Like I have watermelon radishes that I'm going to do here in a little bit, and they require more room and more time because they're bigger radishes, or like the daikons. But this is it. This is my square foot gardening. And some of these I'm putting, like, I'm going to just make another little hole there because I had extras. But then I go down the bed, as you can see, my squares. And I think this is going to be the end of my radishes right here. I'm going to finish this little bit that I have right here. And then I think for down there, I'm just going to broadcast the carrots. I can do the carrots as well with the square foot gardening, and it's normally how I do them. But this time I'm just going because I don't want to, as you can see, this is pretty tedious and I don't want to do it. So I'm just going to like just I'll probably bring you along, but I mean, all I'm going to do is over there, I'm going to kind of just level that out a little, and then I'm just going to basically just throw the carrots, throw the seeds out there, and hope for the best, right? If they come out, they come out. I'll share that with you, and if they don't, I'll share that with you as well. But that's what we're doing with the carrots this year.
And where did you get this green square thing
to
measure?
I think it was on Amazon. Are you talking about this?
Yes. The
square inch gardening. I don't even remember what it's called, but I believe it was on Amazon, and I had it linked. It's probably linked in my description box. So I had these little, I had what, like just a few, and I'm just gonna do that, guys, because that was all of that. And these are like all of the Dollar Tree ones, so I don't know how these will do. And then those over there are the ones that I had saved previously, so I know that those will come up good. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and level that out over there, and I'm gonna do my carrots. I don't know if you want to watch me just broadcast carrots. I mean, I can show you that. Okay, so that's where I stop with my radishes. And then right here, I'm just gonna just level this out. There's some of the greenery, and it'll be fine. It's no big deal. And carrots don't need to go in deep at all. And that should be on your package. It should tell you. Like in this case, this one says depth 1/4 to 1/2 inch. But like I said, I'm not even going to. And carrots can be real finicky, which is why I'm not wasting my time. I'm just going to throw them out here. And if they do good, they do good. And if they don't, they don't. Because a lot of times they can be problematic. Like they want to be babied, and I don't have time to baby them. I'm just going to level this out. I'm not going to go all the way to the end because I'm going to use some of that soil and then just kind of throw it over the top of these. These right here are Dollar Tree ones. So Danvers 126, the Danvers 126 are good. Do good. So that's all that's in the packet. So you pay what, 1/4?
Because you get 4 for $1.25.
4 for $1.25. So a little bit more than 1/4, and you get 500 milligrams. But that's what that looks like.
And if you were to guess how many seeds you think
I have no idea.
100?
I don't know. I don't want to guess because I don't know. And so I'm just gonna do this. And you know, this can be good and it can be bad as well, because I could be like wasting some room right here, you know, and I'm possibly wasting some seeds. But for as inexpensive as they are, and so that was about like right there. And then if they're too close together, then I could just, once they germinate, I can go ahead and come back out and I can put them in the spots where there is nothing, that nothing came out. So I'm not really wasting, if that makes sense. And so right here, I'm gonna go ahead and do another kind. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave that right there again because I need soil to put over them. I just kind of want to make sure I see my line. And so those were the Danvers, and then I think I have another Danvers. No, I wanted to, yeah, I did have more Danvers, but I'm gonna do that's the red cord Chardonnay, I don't know. And then the Scarlet. I don't know that I'm gonna have enough room right there for both of those. Which I'll have other beds. I was just trying to go ahead, and I have the bed next to this one. I was just trying to go ahead and get something in the ground because here we are in the middle of March and I don't have anything in the ground, and that was really bothering me.
You wanna talk about that tree?
Talk about what tree? We had storms last night and tornado watches and tornado warnings and flood and just really, really high winds. Like, I think it was like 60-mile-per-hour winds. And, oh, I put some over there. So this is probably, I'm putting too much, but that's okay, right? Because once they come up and they germinate, I can move them. I can put them in another bed. I can put them in the spots where nothing came up. I can also put them in grow bags, right? So we're good. So you saw me broadcast them, and then all I'm gonna do is, because they don't need to be very far down, right? I'm just gonna grab some soil, and then I just do that. And so I'll go ahead and do for here and for there where I broadcasted. For the where I have the radishes, I would just go ahead and cover those holes back in. And I'm not gonna water or anything because we're supposed to get a whole bunch more rain tonight. I mean, you can probably hear the wind. And I hope it's good audio because I don't have my mic on or anything like that because I wasn't planning on recording. Ooh, that's a bug. Bug.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking that should be good. And I'm not gonna, you saw me, I just put the soil there. I'm not gonna do anything else to that soil. I'm not gonna pat it down or anything like that. But if we look over here on my radishes, all I'm gonna basically do is this. And all I'm doing is just basically filling that in. And with this, I am patting it a little bit down because some of those holes are a little deeper than what they need to be. And then that way there's contact with the soil. So that's, and we just know these are radishes. Like, I'm not gonna remember what kind. I'll have to probably look at the video to remember what kind they actually are. And if this was all level, I probably would just move the soil back over just to cover it. But because it's not all level, that's why I'm pushing it in so there can be contact. And yeah, I play with the soil. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. The only time that I'll come out here with like gloves and stuff is when the ants are not bad. You can probably see some ants around, but they're not bad right now. When they're bad, I definitely wear my gloves because they will get you. And so it might not seem like much, guys, but this is one bed planted radishes and carrots, several kinds of radishes and a couple kinds of carrots. And so it's a lot more than I had when we started this video, right? And
so roughly 2 foot by 9 foot area.
Yeah, this is 2 foot by 9. And then the bed right next to it is the same. I'll have a little bit less planting room in that one because I do have the oregano, which takes up like 2 or 3 square feet. And then I have the rosemary, which takes up a square. And but yeah, and I think I'm gonna just go ahead and put, I don't know what I'm gonna put in that bed because I normally put greens in that bed, but I still have all these radishes and carrots that I want to get in the ground. So I don't know. And that might be the end for today. I wanted to get that bed done, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I got one bed done. I feel a little accomplished. It's the most gardening I have done in a long time. All right, I know I said I was gonna finish over there with that one bed, but I came over here and I went ahead and did this bed as well. So right here in this area, you know, we went ahead and weeded it and fertilized it. And right there, we got Swiss chard all planted in there. And then some right here in front of the rosemary. And then from there to over there, what did I plant in there? Turnips. So that's all turnips. So we got two beds planted. What, 2 feet by 9 feet, 2 of them. So yeah, pretty exciting. It's not a huge dead nettle harvest, but that's probably gonna fill up the dehydrator. Don't ignore the long stems. That's the asparagus. That's just where we were harvesting. So yeah, maybe a dehydrator full. But we have, let me show you, we have all that to come get as well. So you see that? So that's all dead net. Spring blush. Spring and a couple of the, I don't know, the yellow ones. And Burpiana. And then those two over there are the snowbird. Lemon balm's coming back. Y'all see that? So pretty. A long time. So I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. Till next time. Bye.